Hello and welcome everyone to episode 56. We are live right here on the Ask Dr. Zaino show. I just want to thank you all for being here, and everybody was just pouring in right at 8 o'clock. We were a couple minutes because we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're up, we're going. And I want to thank you all for the questions that you're putting into the chat roll. If you're watching us live from chirothoughtleaders.com/ask-dr-zano, then you know you can just simply scroll down that page and you'll see a chat roll there. And all the questions that you put in there get answered. We appreciate the comments, and we just appreciate you letting us know that you're listening and where you're listening from. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into some of these questions. We already have probably half a dozen questions here, Dr. Zaino.
Let's do it.
Awesome, man. All right, let me throw the first one out, and it's Justin. He says, I know you offer discounts to family members who sign up for a corrective care plan, but do you offer family discounts for lifetime VIP members or the annual plan? Also, do you offer any other plans in between the initial corrective care plan and the lifetime plan? Thank you for all you do.
Yeah, we only have 2 plans, so we keep it simple. There's no additional plans, and the same percentage of the corrective goes into the lifetime.
Right. Yep. Same here. It's good. Awesome. Good questions. Thank you for bringing them. Let's see what Ryan has to say here. Dr. Tabor, I know you shoot a lot of video footage for Zaino's office. I also know you do the highest quality because quality matters. Have you considered selling your services? No, I have not. I do not have time to sell services, and there's a lot of videographers out there that can do a lot better job than I do, and they're amazing at it. So, but I highly recommend that doctors invest in video. I think it's the new medium, you know, and obviously, Dr. Zaino, you might have something to say about video. You've been rocking video, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, same thing. Everybody, I mean, if you want to do it right. Do it with video, because it is. Hey, Titus, stop. Yeah, he's playing with stuff. No, let me rephrase that. Like, don't do video if it's not your thing.
Right. If you don't like it, yeah.
Like some of you guys out there, video is not your superpower, and it's painful to watch. Like, you clearly are not. That is not your vehicle.
Right.
So find your vehicle. So is it speaking, one-to-one, one-to-many? Because I know a lot of speakers that when they look in a lens, they freeze. They don't do well with the lens, but they're great in an audience. They need the feedback of the people. Or some of you guys are great writers, great bloggers. Your vehicle is writing books, ebooks. Some of you, it's audio. You know, it could be podcasts, it could be radio, it could be, you know, something audible in that way. So I say try to get good. You owe it to yourself and your profession to get good at them all, and then from there find the top 2 that you really gravitate towards. So mine is speaking and video.
Nice.
So that's all right. Steve, I want to be careful that they don't go spending all this money and they're just, you know, video's not their thing and it's painful to watch. Because the thing is, if you ever watch someone who's painful on video, it's painful, and if it's not your thing, people will be scared to come in, you know?
I agree, man, because you might be right. You might be better at blogging, and you might write some powerful blogs that go viral and people just share them all over the place. And if that's your thing, then do it, you know?
So, but definitely give yourself, I don't want anybody to say, well, I don't know what I'm good at. Well, I'll solve it.
You're good at something.
Get good at everything. So develop your skills in it all. Try blogging, try podcast, try all that, and whatever, you know, you get energy from, and you feel you're great and getting good feedback on, that's what you do.
Love it. Yep, good advice, man. Good stuff. Let's see. Easy question for you here. Meal prep is important. What's the best bag or container to use that's good quality?
What's the bad container to use that's good quality?
Do you have a specific type of container you use for your meal preps? Does it matter? Plastic?
Pyrex, they're glass, like the glass Pyrex dishes. They're glass.
Yep.
They're really good. You could just get Pyrex. They're glass. They're like the same quality as glass. And you can put it in the oven. I don't heat my stuff in a microwave either. I'll put them. I just put them on a skillet or put them in the oven to heat, because the Pyrex is heatable. It's glass.
Nice. Good stuff, and good value right there for everybody.
I got one right here. Brian Bartholomew says, what do your CAs do to educate practice members? I educate practice members. Like my CAs, just there's no they. It's just part of the culture of the office. You know, I educate them. The TV's educating them. What's online is there. So they don't have a set educational program. It's just they know it so well. They know what to do or answer questions that need to be asked.
I love that little Titus back there.
He's a great coach, you know.
He's awesome. I love him.
He
All
is,
right,
man.
so um, hey Tabor, are you not sending emails out anymore for Wednesday night Ask Dr. Zaino, CTL, and follow-up replay links? Didn't receive any this week or a replay link from last week. Actually, I sent 2 today. So check your spam folder. And I'm not sending the replays out, but I do send them out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, because that's when the We Are Heroes episodes come out. And when it's around Wednesday, I go ahead and include the link to the Ask Dr. Zaino show. And by the way, all week long, you can just come back right here at chirothoughtleaders.com/ask-dr-zaino, right here where you're watching it, and you'll see the replay. It stays on this page after we're done all week long, and I don't take it off again until the next Wednesday. So you can simply just come back, hit this link, and come right back here, and you'll watch the replay all week. But yes, I'm sending the emails out. So check your spam folder, make sure that they're not going to that. So awesome. Going to hook up at Starbucks again? Are you? Laugh out loud. I don't know. I didn't get that one. Okay.
Well, just remember your Wi-Fi went down.
Oh yes, absolutely. When the Wi-Fi went down to get to Starbucks. Yeah, now actually I'm in Puerto Rico right now. So, and thank goodness I didn't know how the Wi-Fi was going to be here in the hotel, but
Is it nice over there?
oh, it's beautiful, man. It's absolutely beautiful. I just got here this afternoon, so I didn't have much time. I spent like 3 hours waiting for my rental car, which was crazy. But then when I got to the hotel, like the beach is right behind the hotel, and it's just unbelievable. I've never been out of America. I don't know if you knew that or not. Like this is the first time I've ever been out of the States, and so it was just a crazy experience for me, getting to see islands while the plane was flying over and stuff. It was really cool. All right. I've been getting the emails about the posture neurology program. Have you done the course, and how did it help change your corrective care? Yes, I'm actually in the process of doing that course. It's a tough course. I mean, you have to actually you have to take the tests and things after each module. It's not like you can just go watch all the videos and go through. And I'm in the process of it. I like it personally because it gives me some tools to use that don't depend on the X-ray 100%. Because you know, I love X-ray. I love hate X-ray. I love hate X-ray. But I want to have a lot of different tools in my bag that even if I had an office with no X-ray, I'd still be able to detect and correct subluxation and change people's lives. And I think that neurology program does a great job of helping you do that. Any comments on that at all, Zaino?
No, man, sounds good to me.
Awesome. Okay, let's see. I also have been getting the emails of the illuminated brain model. Oh, this is Dan Sullivan. Do you talk about chiropractic subluxation in the brain? What about Dan Sullivan's brain thing? What do you think about that?
Sure, man. Get the
Good.
lamp.
Yeah, get the lamp. Actually, it's pretty cool. I actually watched a video of him the other day. He could just push a button and then the brain would light up, and so cool. I think it's cool that we're brain based. I mean, you know, it gets people thinking. So
Yeah, it's not, when, like he says, would you rather have a back problem or a brain problem? People wouldn't want to have a brain problem, but when they understand it's efferent, afferent as well,
right.
brain issue.
Yep.
Yeah, Dan's great. I mean, if you guys haven't gotten our bulletproof,
Yes.
bulletproof chiropractic, right? That was a
bulletproofcertainty.com.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the most in-depth study step that Dan has, that we put on that bulletproof. So that's a really good one. So put that bulletproof certainty. Everybody check that out. At least look at the videos.
Yes.
Check out the videos. There's some training on there. You'll love it. You'll get some good ammo.
Yeah, dude. In fact, I'm gonna put it in the putting it in the comics right now. I just put it in there, bulletproofcertainty.com. You can opt in for the free videos, and the free videos are knockouts. I mean, they're full of great stuff. But that program, I use it every day in my office, honestly. It's the waiting room DVD is phenomenal. It's got Dr. Zaino's testimony on there. It's got Dan Sullivan talking about the power of the adjustment. And then it also comes with what we call the
Silver bullet.
The silver bullet, yes. And I play that. It's technically for medical doctors. You could give it to a medical doctor. It kind of explains the subluxation. But I play that in my office in the waiting room as well, and my patients love it. So, sweet. Oh, okay. Huh. Mark says nothing in the spam folder, and but yes, all the old episodes are on YouTube. And so if you search on YouTube, just search Cairo Thought Leaders, and all 56 episodes. You could binge watch the Ask Dr. Zaino show. All 56 episodes are there. So.
And if you subscribe, you won't be having that conversation if I missed it, because you would get notification that.
There you go. That's perfect. Yes.
Google.
Okay. Very cool. Oh, yes. Yeah, he said he uses AOL. Sometimes AOL will unsubscribe you from things just for like no reason. Or that person, or maybe our software like Infusionsoft sometimes cuts out some of the AOL emails because they feel like.
Right. Remember, Tabor, I'll be like, dude, why'd you send this out?
Yeah.
Remember, I'll be like, I got the invite. And you're like, no, I sent it out the right day. So I agree, AOL.
That's what it is. He has an AOL email. That's what it is. So, I didn't even know, is AOL still in business, or they're not bankrupt?
No, they're not in business because they have done nothing. But I'm paying money to somebody per month. I really they have proven that they do not. They've proven like, hey guys, we're not going to put any effort towards this, but we're still charging you per month. And we can't. I know you're not going to leave because you've been with us this long, so you're not leaving. And we have all your old emails for the past 10 years. The file. So
nice.
Yeah, it's just, we were talking about that today. I'm just gonna have to make the plunge and just say, hey, forget it.
Yeah, I mean, just keep it, and it'll just be a storage email for you or something, just for all your old emails.
Nostalgic. It's like antique.
Yeah, it was Ted Turner, right? It was Ted Turner that founded that thing way back then when like TNT used to, we used to have a big satellite dish in our backyard with the ones that like turned, and
sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
Ted. Good old Ted.
Good old Ted.
Isn't he like, yeah.
Brock says it's my first time commenting. Well, thank you, Brock. I appreciate it. We always appreciate you when you participate. Okay. Will this show up on my Facebook page or newsfeed? No, Brock. If you comment here in this chat roll, it will not show up on your Facebook page. Maybe that's why some people don't comment. They think if they comment here, it's going to put it on their Facebook page. But yeah, no, it will not. You can comment all you want here, and nobody will see it on your Facebook page.
Secret identities.
What's that?
Watch. This is a secret identity. Look. Like, you still know. All right. So don't worry about what the hell people see.
That's true.
You still know. You still know you're.
Yeah, exactly. Share this all over your Facebook page.
Superman. Oh, hey, who are you? What's up, bud? So yeah, no. All
right.
Does he have a comment?
Let's see.
Or was that his comment?
Yeah, no, that was his comment. So yeah, so go ahead and comment, Brock. Go ahead and comment.
Comment.
Sure. I love it. Okay, so Mark says again, where can I email you to send my email again to check? Dr. Tabor at live.com. If you send me an email, I will take your email and make sure it gets put back in Infusionsoft again. So Dr. Tabor at live.com is my personal email.
Hey, can I call Brock and call him on the phone and be like, dude, is it okay if I call you on the phone?
Sure, I'm sure you can. If he posts his phone number, you can. Hey, here's a question for you. 2 questions. Okay. Kirby says, what is the detox or diet program your wife is doing in one of your videos? Does she still do it?
Yeah, she does the True Cellular Detox. That's Dan Pompa's program. It's very turnkey. He made it super, super simple for the practitioner in the office, so you could focus on. Because my whole thing was, I'm a chiropractor, and I'm not going to put all this energy into this just huge, long program that kind of takes me off or out of my lane. So he put everything online, all the videos online. Basically, the person comes in, they do their testing, then all the modules are online. He walks them through online, the support's online. We choose to meet with the people every 30 days. It's a 90-day program, and just to give them a little value and a little bit of love. And it's great. I mean, it's Whitney does it. Whitney herself runs it solely part-time at the office, for a couple hours a week. And it's been really, really well, and people are doing great. And he talks Cairo in it too, right? So it's not like Kylo is not an afterthought. It is an essential puzzle in it, so it's very complimentary. So we've enjoyed it, and Whitney's enjoyed doing it as well. So she heads that up.
Awesome. Let's see. He says also, what are your honest thoughts on Chris Burfield's program to help get people to do dinner talks? Maybe we should change the name of the show to like Zaino's Reviews, you know, because
Yeah,
you're reviewing all these products. But what are your thoughts about Burfield's program?
that Burfield guy. Well, here's the thing, guys. Like my number one value is congruency, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you let me explain what that means. My number one that like if I don't believe in it or if I don't do it, I can't talk about it.
Right.
You know, if you go in my office, everything in my office, from the colors to the supplement on the wall to the smells in the office, you know, it's all me. It's all what I use or what I'm congruent in. Right. So it's like everything. So if I say I use Chris Burfield to do my dinner ads, then that should answer the question. I support him. I believe him, and he does great. He does an amazing job. Like he helped. Number one, he saved Carla's job, my office manager. He saved her job, and B, he resurrected our dinners to where we do one a week. And you know, and you know, it's not 100% perfect. Don't get me wrong, because the internet's, you know, Facebook isn't 100% perfect. But he has resurrected the dinners 100%. I'll take, like, at the end of the day, it's been one of the greatest things we did all year. I mean, it's been awesome because we just had to evolve. Our way of getting dinners was starting. It was still working, but it was a lot of work. But out here with Chris, it really changed a lot of things. So of course I support Chris on all that, and just in the future, then anything I do, like if I like this pen, I support this pen because I use this pen. You know, water jug. You know, I support Apple because I use an iPhone. Like so, all these things. If I'm actually going to do it, anything I talk about, I do. I will never tell you to do something, or I will never promote something that I personally haven't done myself or am doing. Right. So that's just my value. My number one value is congruency because it makes life so easy. Because lying or fibbing is very stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have no problem having Tim and Mac here. It's because it's like it's the same me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like I don't have to be. I'm not acting because it would be exhausting the whole time. It just so understand congruency. Anything you see in the videos, if I'm eating my chocolate protein, someone's like, "Do you really eat the bone broth?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm freaking eating in my pre-workout because I really. What do you think about it?" I'm like, "Well, I'm eating it." You know, so I'm not like placing propaganda like, you know, something in the picture just so you get it because I'm trying to sell something. No, it's just, you know, I support Chris 100%. I digress, but, you know, 100%. I think he's great. And I think, and I will say, I tried him for different things, and his strength for me was the dinners, getting people to the dinners. Other things, okay, but the strong point was the dinner. So I chose to go all in on that 4 times a month.
Love it. Love it. And I 100% agree and respect you for that because you are straightforward and congruent about that.
Now,
And
real quick, Tabor. So Brian Bartholomew on YouTube, on Facebook Live goes, "What was your biggest breakthroughs as your practice grew from 500 to you know when we didn't go to 3,000 right away. It was like we grew 2,000 visits a week in 19 months. It wasn't the procedures. I mean, the basic thing is I realized I was the hero. I realized it was me. I realized no one was coming to save me. And I flipped, man. It had nothing to do with my procedures. I started doing dinners then, but I did dinners every 4 to 6 weeks. And I became a machine. Like I would do a dinner and so many people would come in and 100% would sign up. It was really a magical time. I look back, I took for granted. I was naive enough during that time. Tell me here. I was naive in the greatness that was happening during that time, which was a good thing because looking back, if I was aware of how good things were and how good things were going then, I probably would have like freaked out. You know what I mean? Like I had no idea because I didn't know any better. I thought this is just what happened. So looking back now, I'm like, wow, that was like the golden era of my career in chiropractic, and we soared. Wow. And what happened is it was momentum. Like we soared, and your confidence, your ego, your self-worth, your self-importance, because you were winning. You were winning so much. It's like, you know, when you hear a team gets on a winning streak, right? The winning streak is a phenomenon, right? Right? It happens. Like this team was on a winning streak. Why? Because I think the whole team just has confidence, right? Their attitude is up. They're pumped and they're killing it. They're crushing it, and they're riding that momentum. And that's really what it was. I was on a winning streak. I was winning. I was in full blown beast mode, and it was the change happened here because I really think I realized no one was coming to save me. No one was coming to save my town. And I flipped, and it was, my words were the same though. You could watch my DR. You're like, dude, nothing changed. I changed.
Mm.
I got congruent, number one, and I was absolutely convicted. And I had the feeling of winning. Like imagine like if you guys won anything, I was winning every week. So that energy just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And it was, but the dinners were definitely huge. I was doing 3 or 4 doctor's reports a week. So I think doing them so much, I got better at it. Just like doing the Facebook Lives every single day. That practice got you better and better. So you just became, 100% hero. And it was awesome. That's all. I mean, that was really the thing. I wish I could tell you it was a magic moment, but it was the moment when I decided that I had to take 100% responsibility. And I started doing dinners, and dinners were the thing. That's why Tabor and I made the dynamic dinner, because that was the key. Because where the new patients come from, 90 to 100 new patients from the dinners, right? And then I was having 100 people become patients a month. Not new patients, like 100 people were becoming practice members per month because they would come in and then they would get their spouses or kids in. So, 100 new patients turned into 200, and about 120, 130 were becoming actual practice members. It was crazy.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah.
Man, it was a wonderful, it was beautiful. It was awesome. It was awesome. But I'm so much better in so many ways and so much mature in so many ways. But there was just just things came together and we rocked. And I'm very proud of that. Super proud, super happy.
You should be.
Yeah,
that's
it was
awesome,
great.
man. Nice work. And Brock, our man Brock, he came back with a full question here.
Good.
So, all right. So, what do you think about owning the building that you practice in? I hear Dave Ramsey talk about the downside of owning the property that's the size of your business stays at the size of your building. I don't know. I love the upside of living on site, but we are growing fast.
Hey, Brock, brother, if you listen to Dave Ramsey and continue to listen to his scarcity message, you'll never win. And you already lost, because that guy preaches live below your means. Yes, get out of debt, but it keeps you, like, you get out of debt, but the heart of the matter is still there. You're still in scarcity mode. The thing is, I would go into debt to buy that building. Why? Because now you have tenants in that building that are paying you every single month. Every amazing person I know, whether it be Darren Hardy, his money's in where? Real estate. Grant Cardone, what's he on, like 3,000 apartment buildings?
Yeah.
All their stuff, they are making recurrent, and he loves apartment buildings because everybody's paying rent per month. So, but they say, well, you got to be a landlord. That's always the BS. Well, you got to be your own landlord. Who cares? You hire a company to do that. I'm telling you, man, owning number one, real estate will never go to zero, period.
Right.
My wife and I are so like upset that we believed the lie that real estate wasn't good. So it'll never go to zero. 2, you have tenants paying you. So that becomes, so even if you held on to the building for 10 years, holding on to the building till it increases and you sell it, but you made money every year from their tenants. So you just have money holding on to it. So Dave Ramsey, in his $20 million house that he made money off of you guys buying his product because you were scared, and he told you how you would be in handcuffs in a scarcity model. It's like Dave Ramsey to me, and I love the guy, and I think he does a lot of good stuff and helped a lot of people, but it doesn't get to the heart of the matter, that it's a skill of scarcity mentality. Like, because I tell you, once you reach 10 million in your bank account, it's still not going to be enough if you're in scarcity.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying? So it has to be abundance. So when I look at this, listen, how can I leverage debt? Meaning that, I'm willing to go into debt for an opportunity. Like for instance, I would borrow money. People borrow money to try to get their health back, right? So like you invest in something, and I'm willing to go into good debt, so to speak, to be able to have better opportunity down the road. So if I had to borrow money, let's say Tabor, that for 10%, but I'm making 20% with that 10%, I'll do it all day long. And that's what Grant and all these guys do. They got a couple $100 million in debt, but they're not worried about it because they're making so much on the upside. So I think owning your building is great. You'll never go wrong with owning real estate if you want. It's an investment. I know a good friend in Canada, awesome chiropractor, bought buildings in his office and apartment complexes, and he makes way more money in the real estate and income from that passively than he does in his practice. But he does it. But here's the thing: he does his practice because he loves to. So check this out. Imagine if you had all this passive income from renters, or tenants, and you didn't have to stress about paying the bills, and so you could go into your practice and serve without the need, at 100% with no need of income, because this other thing, like Grant Cardone, if you guys watch him, all his stuff is funded by his real estate.
Yeah.
Like Gary Vaynerchuk, you guys watch him. All of his stuff that you watch and love is funded by his other company. So it's like he does it. So for him and these guys, they serve on such a high level because they use their side hustle, so to speak, is what they love to do. But their companies or their real estate, Dean Graziosi, all these guys, you trace it back, $50 to $100 million in real estate. They're huge in real estate. And I was told my whole life not to do it from people who were told not to do it. So, I mean, that's something my wife and I look into. But, I definitely think if you want that building, man, I would definitely do it.
Yep.
But you got to make sure it works. I don't know all the numbers and the stats. I don't know the area, but if you could get 5 tenants in there, like my building right now, it's 2 stories and it holds maybe 13 to 15 plus a Starbucks. It has a Starbucks in it. I should have bought it. I like 7 years ago, I could have bought it for $5 million cheaper than it is now because the land just went like that. I missed out on it, but it's okay. I learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Exxon. Someone said, why did it go up so much? Because Exxon, right? I could have bought it for $7 million, and I would have been happy to get a 60-year loan. And then Exxon decides to move its headquarters in my backyard, and everything in real estate doubled. My house doubled. My house went from 800 to like 1.6, and that building I'm in went from 7 to 14.
Wow.
Commercial went higher, and I'm sitting here going, but it's okay because my lane is Cairo, right? Like that's my thing. So I don't feel bad about it. But I realized if I had better counsel, and they would have been able to forecast that. Like someone who's really good in real estate, they would say, listen, real estate's about to crash. Hold on. The real estate crashes, and when it crashes, you buy that land on 5 cents on the dollar.
Yep.
Right? Like that one guy who bought a city.
Excuse me. Sorry, thank you.
There's this one guy who bought a mountain in Utah. He has like masterminds up there. I forgot his name. But he bought a mountain, and it was right when the real estate crashed. He bought a mountain for 40 million when it could have been like 100, and he built a whole city on it, like an entrepreneur type city. I'll take you there, Tabor. Gary knows the guy, but you see what I mean? Like 40 is a lot, but like just like if the stock market crashes, not that I'm into stocks, but let's say the stock market crashes, I'll be the first one to buy Apple, Amazon, what else? Facebook. There you go. Apple, Amazon, Facebook on 50% off.
Yep.
And then when it comes up again, boom, I'm in. So that's the thing, I don't know your situation in town, but real estate's going to go up, and I totally wish I would have bought my building, but I didn't. So that is a slight regret I do have, because it would have been my building. I would have been working in it, right? So I don't believe in investing in something that you're not a part of. So of course I'd invest in Apple because I use Apple and Facebook. I mean, Facebook is our platform that we deliver our content in, right? Or Amazon. I get everything from Amazon. So that's and then your building, I would see it as, hey, my office is in my building. I spend time there all day long, and you would be invested at the place you work, right? You would make sure it's nice because it's your place. So I think that would be a good idea, because then if you do choose to sell your practice, you could sell the practice, but you still own the building.
Right.
Jeez. I'm so like you can see. Well, I became so smart too late. Right.
Awesome.
Hold on. I got a thing here. Don't wait to buy real estate, but yeah. Kelly said this: don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, but it all depends on where you. I mean, I won't wait for it, but yeah, because yeah, if you wait, it goes up 7. It goes, hi there. I'm currently a second quarter student who didn't do nearly as well as I wanted to in my first quarter. The grades I received specifically around finals had me contemplating the reason. What was the reason? So what was the reason? So, Costa, I didn't get the full thing because you wrote a paragraph. So finish that comment. So, um, I, hey, listen, pass your freaking classes. 1, pass your boards. 2, get your piece of paper. Do it. I mean, pass with a C. Just pass. That's all I can say. Like I mean, if you don't pass, then how about this? No one's coming to save you. So if you don't pass, it's all on you. And if you pass, it's all on you. So just pass it. Come on, man. I mean, like, what good is it to go to school and not pass the class? I mean, if you want to be a chiropractor, you need the piece of paper. So that was my goal in school. I want to be a chiropractor, so I need this piece of paper. It wasn't, I want to be a chiropractor. I'm going to go to school to learn cell biology and pharmacogenics and all the other crap I learned. No, my goal was how can I read the teacher? How can I figure out how to take the test right? How can I be a good test taker to all my chiropractic school was how to master test taking and just predict things to get a piece of paper. Nor was I concerned about anything I memorized for boards because I knew that was not going to make me successful. I knew that I'm going to do this. My wife's busy working for Jimmy Lebrecht, killing it, and he's an amazing chiropractor. I'm like, I'm going to learn everything from my wife and Jimmy because she's working for someone who's doing it in real life, and I'm being taught by teachers who failed out of practice. So I'm clearly not going to learn anything here, but I need that piece of paper. That piece of paper is mine because that's going to give me the opportunity. But dude, there's no reason. I mean, like, not doing good in class, there's no excuse for that, man, except truth is you're lazy, man. You're just lazy, and there's no excuse for it. It's not even putting the time. It's like, I mean, do you want to fail just so we feel bad for you? Because you're not going to get any pity or empathy from me because you set a goal and you got to pass the goal. Like, I used to say nothing's a failure in life until you quit. So if you're failing, you quit. You quit, especially when it comes to school, man. Like, they made school so you could pass it. I mean, trust me, especially chiropractic schools, it was created for you to pass.
Yeah.
It's not like my niece. How about this? She could have went for veterinarian school like my niece did. She had a 4.3 average, right? So it's above an A. But they only allowed like 4.8 to 5.0. She got 1B, and she applied 5 times for vet school over the last 6 years, and they wouldn't let her in because she didn't have in UF, and now she's a ultrasound tech. So I mean, just think, it could have been that bad, but it's not, man. You're going to chiropractic school. It's not med school, I swear. It's meant to pass the test, pass the boards, and don't complain about it. It's the best thing ever.
Get in some groups.
Oh, that was the worst, man. Getting in groups. Here, Brian. Oh, Brian's on the money today. Brian goes, what tips do you have regarding associate DCs? I think the number 1 tip is not a resume. Have them send you a video. Say, listen, I don't care about your resume. Just send me a video on your phone, upload it to YouTube, and send it to you. And I say, give me your chiropractic story, and then tell me why I should choose you over anybody else for the office. Because the video will show me everything. It'll show me how that person talks. I could read their body language. I could see if they're confident. I know a lot of things, and that's perfect for my office because it's such a media-driven office. So we need that charisma because I could tell how the person adjusts just the way they talk. I could say if they're full of fear, and that's the most important thing. So that's when it comes to associate, I would do that. If you like it, then you invite them to your office for a full 1 or 2 days to see the culture of it, and then you work it out. And you're going to make great hires and you're going to make shitty hires, and that's the way it's going to be. Don't get excited about how good you do at hiring. It doesn't mean anything. I would hold an associate for 1 to 2 years. That's it. 2 years. Because 2 years is enough, because I think at 2 years, an associate's going to say, I could do it better than you. And they're going to want to go out. So they start resenting you after 2 years because they could do it better. And then so instead of that happening, just say, hey, listen, we're going to do it for 2 years. And then at 2 years, it's time to move on. So then at that point, you could say, listen, if they're really good, you could be a what do you call it when you could be an angel investor and help invest in their office to get it started. You could buy a building, like Brock was saying, buy a
Oh, you
building,
froze up there. Okay, there you
right?
go.
You could
Yep.
buy a building, you could buy the building, they could rent or build the office in yours, so at least you own the strip. Like there's multiple things. Or if you just don't feel like they're a good investment or a good, then you just bless them and send them. Just you part in good ways. So that would be my advice for associates. And that's it,
Awesome,
man.
man.
Because
Cool.
all you guys want to own your own place. Come on. I mean, every associate is like, no, I'm fine working for you. They say that, but everybody, I know it's good to be number two and number three, but everybody wants to be the boss at least once.
Yeah.
And I think you owe yourself to do it, to really say, I think it is the only way an associate could say, I really want to be an associate, is to do your own thing. And then you'll know, hey, I'm going to do my own thing. Or listen, I just don't like the stress of owning your own business and putting out fires and everything is, I don't like the stress of everything being dependent on me. And I would love to be a number two, meaning that I could go in, do my craft, love it, make a great paycheck. And when it's 6 o'clock, I could go home and I don't have to worry about anything else. I just have to do my job at work. So for some of you, that might be what you want to do, but you really need to feel both ends to say, yes, I definitely going to be my own owner. And we have guys that are great. They open up their own practices and they're like, you know what? Man, I'm working 90 hours a week doing all this other stuff. Yeah, I get it. And they're like, no, I don't want this. I want freedom. I want to be able to, just love on people, take care of them, then go home and unplug
Yep.
the associate. So I really think either or is great, but every associate deserves the right to have their own place, period. And then try it out, give it a try, and you'll never fail. For you to change your mind and say, listen, I think I would love to just rather work for someone and still make 6 figures a year, you didn't fail. And I think a lot of us, Dave, I think a lot of guys or gals who open up their own practice and the practice didn't work for them and they had to shut it down, they feel like failures and they always wish, they're always grieving their potential of that office that didn't make it. But in reality, they're not a failure. They chose, because you know why? It would have been successful if they really wanted it to. Just like the guy passing his test. If he really wanted to pass the test, he could have. So they need to come to self-awareness saying, listen, I don't want all this business crap to deal with. I would just love to do what I love to do and be okay with it, knowing you're still making an impact in people's lives. So no matter which thing you do, never feel that you failed or grieve this potential of what you could have been, and you don't want to slay the dragon again, because then you'll live in envy and jealousy and and guilt, and that's not the way to practice. So whatever it is you choose, do it. But I do believe every single person should have the shot at their own place, just to see how it's like and see if it's for them. Like Tabor, you got 2 offices. I would never want 2 offices, so it's like, because you have more of a business sense in some areas than I do, but I think everybody needs to try it, and you owe it to yourself. So, because you don't want to live with regret, meaning that I don't want an associate to be like, oh, I wish I would have opened my own place. And I don't want someone to open their own place saying, I wish I would have just working for somebody.
Right.
I would just do it all and let everything source itself out.
That's good stuff, man. Yeah, you never fail unless you give up,
Right. You got good questions. All right, man, one more.
All right, so we got one more. Let me go over this one right here. It's kind of long, some comments, but hey, Doc, wanted to reach out to you. First of all, 15-minute fuels and the hero segments have been fantastic and a blast to watch. Keep up the good work, sir. You are without a doubt hero to many, and your passion speaks for itself. I'm looking to incorporate dinner with the doc into my marketing routine. Like you, I have a passion for speaking. We've been leaning away from doing screenings and we're trying to do a lot more talks now. I was wondering if you could give me some pointers on how to start the process of introducing the dinners to my patients. I want it to be a smooth process, so I wasn't sure if I should put up flyers, have my team talk to the patients about it, or if it could just be rolled into my day 2 or 3. Not sure what would give me the best results, which is signing people up to have a rocking dinner.
Who's this? Whose question was name?
Darnell Brown.
Darnell. Dude, do it all. Do it all. So put up posters, tell all your patients, put out drop boxes, do Facebook ads, do it part of your day 3. put signs all over the place, do it at your table talk, and do it all.
Awesome.
Period. That's it.
Yeah.
You want a rocking dinner,
That's right.
just do it all. So, and that's it. And the fact that you love speaking, do it, because I need you to do as many dinners as possible so you enjoy doing what you do more. So do everything.
Yep.
And that's an answer. And Darnell, go to dynamicdinner.com. Tabor put that there, and we have three trainings on that. And listen, guys, I send you to the trainings for one reason, to look at the trainings. Like, you know, and I want you to say, like, I don't need, you know, the program is great for you. We made it for you, but I don't need you to get the program. I just, here, look at those videos. You'll get a lot of stuff in there. I go over a lot of that stuff. And if you want everything in depth on how to do it, then you invest in yourself to get the program to go from A to Z as fast as possible. But I would definitely do everything. I did everything. I did the drop boxes. Remember, Tabor, I would do screenings to screen people to the dinner, right? So I would do a screening to invite them to the dinner. We invited all of our patients. We had stuff on the TV. We had flyers. You could do the Facebook ads. You would do Facebook posts. I would just be obsessed with the dinner in every way, shape, or form. And then if you do everything, you'll have a big number. And then you'll know where it's coming from. After a couple of weeks, you'll know what things to phase out. So let's say you only got 2 in a drop box. Then you might say, well, we won't do the drop boxes anymore. So you just kind of go from there.
Strombach, he posts, he says, dynamic dinner will transform your practice. Just buy it. Don't even think about it. Buy the dinner. Darnell. So awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Man, anything else before we drop off?
We're good, man. Hey, yeah, we're good. I'll talk to you after this, Tabor, for a second. But
yeah,
no, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Ask Dr. Z, episode 56. Awesome.
Yep.
Make sure We Are Heroes episode number
14.
14's out today. Number 15 will be out Friday, and that's going to be the close of Park City.
Yes, I believe
like
so.
airport stuff.
On the way back.
On the way back. So well, Matt, because Mac did the videos. So it'll be the closing of the mini series of Park City. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Also remember, 15-minute fuel is every single day. Please go to our YouTube and subscribe, and go from there. Oh, I had a huge announcement about the Zaino experience, but we'll just do it next week. No big deal, because these were good questions. All right, guys. Also, yeah, that's the thing. If you guys want to, I was thinking about doing a day or 2 of the Zaino experience with all this new stuff I'm doing. So it would be more, it's really the hero experience, but we'll call it the Zaino experience. Hero, I don't have a cool name for it. Let's call it the hero experience. And I think it would be good for Kara's first, because I could just relate to you guys, because I am one. So I think it could be, I could really go deeper, as deep as I can. And so I'm thinking about doing 1 or 2 dates, whether it be May or June, maybe. But I'll talk about it next week. But if you're interested, just email me at drczano@aol.com and let me know if you're interested, and then I'll just maybe mention a little bit next week. Cool, man. Appreciate you, man.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, right here on the Ask Dr. Zaino show. Have a great night.